It just rocks. Y'all knew Rock 96.7 is on. T-Roy here. Officer Dennis, am I maintaining all right? I mean, I've had 3 shots so far. I'm getting ready to take my 4th, by the way.
You're doing good. I think the 4th one, that might be the.
You think that's going to be the one that's going to kick me over the top? Because we are going to do the field sobriety test, and I'd like to do it sometime this hour, but I also want to do it where people know.
Mm-hmm.
I want to be really lit up when I do it. And of course, the reason we're doing this obviously for entertainment. I hope you're enjoying it. And as the show gets on, I'm sure it's going to be more entertaining. But we also want to do it for education because tonight is a huge night of drinking for you guys. So, real quick, let's do shot number 4. And I'm already slurring my words. You mentioned my eyes are starting to get red.
Getting a little bit more red.
And here we go. And are these real shots, by the way? Are you putting too much in there, James?
Same amount every time.
Okay, here we go. Shot number 4, we've done about, I don't know, about a third of a pint, you think?
Yeah, probably about a third.
Yeah, I mean, that's starting, I'm feeling warm, I gotta tell you that. So, Officer Dundas, I've already lost my train of thought. Where the hell are we? We're drinking for a cause. Tonight, a lot of people are going to be out drinking and driving. Let's talk about some more facts. Let's talk about different kinds of alcohol. I know one of the myths is like, oh, I only had a couple glasses of wine, so that doesn't count. Or, I had a beer, so that doesn't count. Alcohol is alcohol.
And it doesn't matter what kind you have. A lot of people think if you drink beer, you're going to stay more sober just because it's not as potent.
Right.
1 beer equals 1 shot. 5-ounce glass of wine is the same as a beer. And a lot of people think, well, I only had 1 beer. Well, when you have the huge mugs that some bars serve, that's a little different than what,
Right.
A 12-ounce can of beer. So just, be smart. If you're going to, you don't have to count your drinks, but try to monitor how much you've had and try and keep that in the back of your mind, when it comes time to getting home.
So, and basically, if you're drinking at all, do not drive.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, don't, even if it is that 1 or whatever. I mean, it's easy to justify, oh, I had 1, my body can take it, I feel fine. But a lot of times 1 leads to 2 to 3 to 4 to 5, and next thing you know, you're like me. I cannot drive right now. I can probably barely pass any test you give me right now. I don't know if I'm maintaining well on the outside, or on the inside, I'm just, all right, it's a party. And I'm sure that's going to start showing here in a little bit. But again, if you're going to be out, Tipsy Taxi, great program. And of course, the police are behind it 100%.
We're all about Tipsy Taxi. Anything that can help get people home from the bar safely.
Right.
I think it's a great program. Arresting people for DUI, and afterwards I always ask them, why didn't you take Tipsy Taxi? And the first thing they say is, what, I should have. I should have waited that extra 15 minutes.
Do you know the number for that?
I don't have it off the top of my head. I might be able to find it somewhere.
It's like 2-3 Tipsy or something like that. We're going to find that, and we're going to give it to you here coming up in just a little bit, because we want people to know the number for Tipsy Taxi, too. We don't want that to be an excuse. I don't know the number or whatever. But the bars all know it, too.
Every bar knows the number. It'll be right on the Tipsy Taxi voucher that they give you.
So there you go. And if you're not at a bar, at a party, we'll give you that number just in case. Yeah. Or if you plan on drinking tonight, just look it up in the phone book now. Would be
absolutely.
Well,
get your little cheat sheet in your pocket of all the numbers you need to call.
And Officer Dundas, we want to thank you again. I know that you're technically out for it. You're supposed to be in bed right now. So
that sleep's overrated.
It is. It gets in the way of the daylight. So thank you very much for coming in. We're going to talk more with you here in a little bit. We got to get out of this so we don't have a snafu again. And just in case you're wondering, I cannot drive home. Officer Dundas is going to give me a ride home. I couldn't drive to work today. You guys wanted to make sure. The police department is being very particular on this, and I appreciate you guys, all your involvement. You guys are great, and hopefully down the road we can do some more stuff. As a matter of fact, James back here has agreed to be tased. So we'll see if we can talk.
I think we can arrange that.
We know people, James. So again, thanks to everything. We'll come back with more Nonstop Rock here in just a little bit. Rob Zombie, Save and Able, and more Nonstop Rock. It is Rock 96.7. Did I just say more Nonstop Rock like 4 times in a row?
You did.
All right, cool.